This is Prophets of Rock TV. My guest needs no introduction. I had to write this down. That's how psyched I am to have her on the show. Her name is the wonderful Fefe Dobson. Fans from us at Prophets of Rock to Joan Jett. Yes, she's iconic. Canadian singer, songwriter, released her debut album back in 2003, which saw success with the singles Bye Bye Boyfriend and Don't Girls and Boys. It was also both of them on the Canadian Hot 100 chart, for which she received two Juno Award nominations. In 2006, she released her album Sunday Love, which also was available for digital download in 2010. She collaborated with famed producers and songwriters such as Pharrell Williams, the Neptunes, iconic songwriter Shelley Peiken, who wrote obviously What a Girl Wants, etc. In 2010, she released, in my opinion, one of the best pop punk rock albums in the 2010s called Joy, which included three top 20 official singles: Ghost, Stuttering, and the best for me, Can't Breathe. That video, incredible, incredible, so dramatic. I love it. I love it. I love it, Fifi. With obviously Michael Jackson's guitarist, Orianthi. And, you know, Fifi has had several songs written that she's written for other artists, including Miley Cyrus's Start All Over, American Idol Jordin Sparks, her first single after she won American Idol, Don't Let It Go to Your Head, and also Asa Blonde by Selena Gomez and The Scene. In 2013, she released one of my favorite songs, Legacy, in which we see in the video, please check it out, her dressed as Kurt Cobain, so iconic, so iconic. And in that,
and Amy Winehouse,
London's own Amy Winehouse, exactly. She knows her stuff. And in that time since then, she's written some of your favorite singers' favorite songs. We've got Save Me from LA, which is just powerful. And now she is back and done so many incredible things in her journey and in her life. But now she's back with a phenomenal new single that comes out February 25th. And it's called In Love. It is that song. It is that song. I've been rocking out to it all day. She is a legend. She needs no introduction. She has nothing left to prove. We see her influence up and down this industry when we're looking at Willow Smith, who has publicly called her an influence of hers. We're seeing with the Afro-punk movement, but before that, it was Fifi. And we love her. I was introduced to her through her incredible music, her wonderful music videos. I actually started watching her from her interview also in the Monique show years ago. I remember, she likes NSYNC. I'm a black girl that likes NSYNC as well. Okay, let's you know. But she's honestly, without a doubt, one of the most prolific artists to come out of the 2000s, 2010s, and the legacy of Fefe Dobson we're going to continue to see, because for every girl, boy, girl, black girl, white boy that picks up a guitar, any singer that you see from the 2010s to now who starts off in pop and wants to get a little bit punky, she's the blueprint. So without any exception, she's one of the greatest. Fefe Dobson,
oh, wow.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing today? Let's start there. How are you?
I feel amazing now. I mean, that was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
All week, I've just been soaking in all the comments. Like, you know, I'm a fan. I'm interviewing this incredible woman, please. So I've got a lot of support from your fans to just take this space and to make sure we take this time to really give you your flowers. You're so deserving of it. You're so deserving of it. But we've got the single In Love. This pandemic, it's been hard. How did you write? How did you get through?
That's how I got through writing, honestly. Having a focus, and you know, we did a song called Lean on Me, and we did a collaboration with a bunch of Canadian artists that I put together with Tyler Shaw. And that's kind of what first started us getting through the pandemic. Was this, it was like basically a charity track, and people could help towards Canadian Red Cross during the pandemic. And so we got like Justin Bieber on it. We got Bryan Adams, Avril, a bunch of Canadians on this song, and to raise money to help. So that was the first kind of introduction of like, hey, this pandemic is we need to stick together. We need to come together. We need to be supportive of each other and help each other through this tough time. And then I just start writing the new album after that, because I was like, I need to keep doing music. It's what's getting me through it. After Lean on Me, that got me through something. And then I'm like, okay, I got to keep going because the pandemic's not over.
Yes.
And so I start writing.
So we can confirm that there is a new album coming.
Yes.
Without a doubt. And what's the sound? I mean, can you give us a little bit? Is it gonna be really punky? Like, don't let it go to your head. Is it gonna be more like upbeat and joyous, like in love? What are we to expect? This is so exciting.
I would say that it's definitely a little bit of every era of me, I would say. I think I finally found a way to combine it all in one album. So um punk, pop, rock. So it's all of that together.
Of course. And I guess what's your process? Because from what I know of you, obviously with the guitar, what did it look like? Was it the same kind of process that you've had? I mean, how did the songwriting go for you, and how's it going for you?
It just depends on what I'm feeling. If I'm like in a somber mood, then I'll sit by the piano. If I'm a little sassy, the guitar or some sort of production. Um, I'm a sucker for love, so a lot of my songs are about either, the being in love or the lack of love. Um, but yeah, it's a very honest album. Very, very
Absolutely.
honest. I mean, I can always say every album I've done has been very honest to where I've been in my life, but I've been away for a few years, and this kind of like tells the story of why, basically.
Oh, well, we can't wait. And I think that's the thing about, fan bases like yours. It's everlasting. It doesn't matter. It's like almost like D'Angelo, where it doesn't matter if there's a few years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Right.
You've got fans around the world that when you drop a single, they're gonna flock to it. We're gonna literally flock to it. We're gonna all talk, and it's gonna be we're here for the long, long haul. And I guess, you know, growing up in Canada, you mentioned all those incredible Canadian artists from Avril Lavigne to Bryan Adams. I mean, was is that what you were listening to also growing up, and now you get to work with like Bryan Adams? How does that feel?
Yeah, Bryan Adams was pretty cool. Sara McLachlan was pretty cool. There were some artists on there that we got involved on the project that were like, I've looked up to for since I was young. But then there's people like Avril, who's like peers, we came out at the same time
Yeah,
and we'd never been on a song together. Or even Justin, where, we'd never done a song together, but, you know, because of you know, this common place where we just wanted to help, everyone wanted to do their part. We got to like sing with artists you never had sung with before. It was a really cool experience.
absolutely. And yes, you came out around the same time as Avril, and I was a huge Avril Lavigne fan. But what was so cool was that I had someone that had that rock to them that looked like me. So who were the influences that you kind of looked up to that made you get into your identity as a rock queen? Like, who did you like and listen to growing up?
Well, I was submerged in so much music as a kid. My mom played Lionel Richie to the Bee Gees to Michael Jackson, Depeche Mode, Phil Collins. It was like everything. And then my sister, who was about 8 years older than me, she
Yeah.
was listening to Guns N' Roses and Nirvana and Boys to Men when she was going through a breakup, of course. And so I just like heard everything. And I found that when I heard Black Cat by Janet Jackson, that was a huge one for me because I had never heard such a rock and guitar with, first of all, with a woman like a Black woman, but like Janet Jackson, like she hadn't really touched on that. She was always kind of rock and roll naturally, but like that was like that guitar was like what? It blew my mind.
It was fierce. And with Janet, my question is, have you seen the documentary?
I haven't yet, but it's been on my list.
Wow, it's
Is it
incredible,
incredible?
powerful. And just in terms of Black Cat, when Janet and
Wow.
Michael, they actually show them. I went, oh God, I'm saying the spoilers for you, Fifi. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
it's fine. No, it's fine.
They were talking about the song basically, and Michael, and my best Michael voice is, Janet, you need to deliver the song just like Black Cat, just like Black Cat.
Yeah.
So it's kind of ironic that you're saying that, but that's amazing. And how do you feel when you hear artists sing songs that you've written? Does it bring you back to the place you were when you were writing those songs? Do you feel honored when you hear like Jordan Sparks and
Oh, yeah.
Miley Cyrus? How do you feel?
Very proud. Very proud. You know, especially with songs that came off the Sunday Love project, because you know that project kind of got shelved because it was a little bit too, as we were told, a little hard to market because it was too rock and roll at that point. And to see them take it and make it singles and it worked for them, I was really proud. And I say this a lot, but I'm all about like female empowerment and like being, you know, a girl, you know, girl to girl, like I got your back. I think that's so important. Um, female celebrating each other. And so them doing that was just like, it was awesome. It was like, hey, I love y'all. That's really rad.
Amazing. I mean, that's you're a great person, and that's why you're aging the way you do. You know, you look so great, and why people that are mean they don't quite make it and like a woman. But the fact is that you know it's amazing to hear how humble you are. So my thing is, what keeps you so in a joyous space? Like even your new single, well, that's coming out February 25th. Love. It reminds me a lot of like the yeah yeah yeah. It's like it has like this upbeatness to it. Is that the energy that you're
Oh,
on in this new wave?
yeah. Well, what's interesting about that song is I wrote that song, in 2012, maybe.
Wow. Okay.
And I sat on it and sat on it and we produced it out. We did all this stuff. And I was just like, it just didn't happen. It was supposed to come out around legacy time, but it didn't happen. And so I was like, you know what? This song deserves some light, you know, and I'm proud of it still after all these years. And we're in a great time with nostalgia. So I thought that like it's a perfect time to release it, you know, and it's time. So yeah, love is finally coming.
Please tell us about the music video.
Well, I would say it's kind of inspired a little bit by Janet, leather jacket, you know, and a lot of me just uh, dancing around and just going crazy to the music, making stuff up and just kind of like moving to it. We have a lot of lights, a bit of a light show behind me, and um, yeah, it's a performance video with just me, not my band this time. So it'll be interesting.
It's incredible, guys. I mean, just stream it like crazy. Support our girl. It's amazing. It's an amazing song, and it's just so
Thank you.
fun. And no problem. And what you were saying in terms of, I'm so glad you did that, because so many geniuses like yourself, you sit on it. Like I just remember hearing about Scissor's songs that her record label and people had to force, and Solange's Cranes in the Sky was like literally on her drive for like 8 years. So I'm happy. What made you
Wow.
finally decide to do it? Because I've heard it and it's incredible, and you just needed to do that. What made you have that deciding factor of I gotta put this out?
That damn chorus.
Ah, that's I was
You
gonna
know,
yeah. Yeah, you
I
just
just had to get
know.
that chorus out there, you know.
But when you're writing, do you know that you've got like a special song? Because some people they don't really know that. But have you, with all your years of experience, have you honed that ability to know when you're writing something that this is special here?
Well, to be honest, like if I'm in the studio and I'm running with a bunch of people or we're doing whatever we're doing, producing it out or whatever, I can tell if I love it because I'll never put anything out that I personally wouldn't listen to. You know, that's something that's important to me. Like I got to jam to it, and I jam. I love the song, and I feel like it's fun and it's perfect timing. You know, February is right around Valentine's Day, and you know,
Exactly. This is
got to put it
definitely
out.
this is the theme song for the for Valentine's Day this year. It definitely is. It is. It's the vibe. It's the vibe, ladies and gentlemen. It's the vibe. And
The vibe.
your it's the vibes. And your influence, it just reaches out. I know with the pandemic it's kind of hard to decipher, but can we anticipate some shows here in the UK? We're in London, England. We're just hoping to see you again. Hopefully when it's safe to do so. Are there any
Yeah.
plans to do any kind of tours and shows?
Yeah, we're working on that right now. You know, Canada's just reopening up again. They went back, you know, to closing everything down. But I definitely want to come out to London. You know, I love it there, and I'm actually going to Paris in a few weeks. So I know it's a train ride. It's a train ride to London, right?
Yeah, basically, I mean, come through, come through. We got the O2 Islingtons, we got the Brixton Academies. I'll write you
You'd
some.
have to take me around though. I need to know the underground stuff.
I got you, Fifi. I got you. I got you. I got you. Please, I
Okay.
will be your tour guide, free of
Yes.
charge. I won't charge. Just take my Oyster card, jump on some trains and some underground.
Yeah.
Uber. I got you, Fifi. No, but just you're incredible. Your
Thank you.
songs really are phenomenal. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta fan out. Gotta break the form a little bit. Break the fourth wall. I can't breathe. Or sorry, I'm here adding words. Can't breathe is one of the most incredible videos I'd seen. How was doing that video? Like seriously, like your. Can I just talk about your style and your tone?
Thank
Like
you.
you're genius. How
Thank you.
how do you come up with those kind of ideas? Like it's a powerful performance, but still there was just so much drama and power. Like how did you come up with that video and writing that song? Like it's just
Well,
incredible.
performance videos for us is always kind of our. I'm excited for you to see this video for "Fucking in Love" because it's a performance video, and we like to do performance videos because I think we show the energy and what you'd get in a live show, and you just want to feel that from an artist, you know, like what do they have to offer when they're standing there performing this song, and I love that. So it's a performance video, and we actually put the smoke and we did that. I think it was one or two takes, and that maybe two. That was it. And it was like for real. You couldn't breathe. Like it was insane. But we got it done.
You couldn't
Uh,
tell. You just
yeah, it
when I
was
think of
fun.
iconic, that video, I mean, everything you've done to be frank, but that song, that video, don't let it go to your head. Everything, like I just wish you so much success, and I know that this next
Thank you.
album is just gonna, will be proud of it.
Thank you
And
so
last,
much.
you're very welcome. And lastly, just in terms of like,
I apologize. I'm just gonna blow my nose.
please blow your nose, pick your whatever you gotta do. We
I'm
just
like,
listen.
I'm actually getting over COVID.
Oh
I'm at home
wow,
getting over it. Yeah.
Fifi,
So
how
yeah,
you?
I know. I'm doing good actually. I'm doing a lot better. First week is always it was a intense first week, let's just say, but I'm all I have now is a nose issue and a little bit of a throat issue, but that's it. So I'm fortunate.
Please take care of yourself.
I
Please.
will.
Green
I will.
tea and honey. We're sending you nothing but positive vibes. I got my crystals.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate that.
you're very welcome. And you're just incredible. You've had so much success, but sometimes in the hearts of fans, we we just can't help but think with all your success, honestly, we want even more recognition. You deserve even more. And I'm so happy that certain, women in music, young women like yourself in music, black women are taking spaces to say, no, you're not gonna, like Janet, her fan base, you're not gonna forget what she's done.
Right.
With you, your fans, they love your music, but they also ride for you. Like you're not gonna, you can't erase her ever.
Right.
And you've been so resilient in your career. What keeps you so resilient? You must have such a great, I guess, people around you. Is there something that brings you to that foundation and space of fullness? Because you're not bitter, you don't come across as an angry person at all. You've gone through so much in this industry, but what keeps you so positive and bright inside?
um, I do have a great team around me. That's, you know, I'm fortunate that way. I think it's just, I don't know. I sometimes you can kind of look back at your childhood and kind of figure out maybe it's there. You had to become resilient. I was very resilient as a kid to get through things.
Mm.
But now as an adult, I think I was in an industry so young that I've just kind of been through all the growing pains at a young age. And now as an adult, I'm kind of just like, let's just make music and have fun,
Yeah.
you know?
Amazing. And I guess thank you for that. And what advice for that singer or that songwriter or guitarist that wants to do music, but they're in a place that isn't in America. They're in Canada or they're in London or they're somewhere maybe in West Africa. Because,
Right.
what advice would you give to them or inspiration to a young artist that wants to do what you're doing?
I would just say, first of all, be you,
Mm.
you know, unique, and just don't be like anybody else. Be yourself, um, because that's what's going to make you shine above the rest. And trends are, they're always in and out. You know what I mean? So just make your own trend, make your own lineup. And then I would say, be tough, be strong. It's a tough industry, and it's life's tough at times, and things can hit you, and but you got to be strong, and you got to be resilient, and you got to remember that you can get through it, and manifest and see yourself in a better light and happy, see yourself smiling, see yourself abundant, in with good people around you and love or whatnot. And you'd be surprised what you can create in your mind, you can create in front of you.
Incredible. That's the word. Thank you so much, Fifi. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
This has
you.
been Prophets of Rock. That's Fefe Dobson, the queen. And we just thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome.